Hi guys, I'm home. And I was right on the money. I am up 2 pounds. 2 pounds! It's a result of the wine and the pizza. And I've been snacking a little bit this week. Everything's been tracked. But we know when we're having too much of, maybe I should set aside these snacks and maybe gnaw on some carrots instead. So, am I happy that I'm up 2 pounds? No, but it's life. And if I enjoyed Halloween night with my husband. And I put on 2 pounds, so now I just gotta work on taking off the 2 pounds. I have my water. Oh, I went to a different meeting because I slept through my meeting. I didn't sleep through my meeting, that was a lie. I didn't make it to my meeting. Oh my gosh, this meeting was so different than mine. Okay, I need to talk about this. I'll come back and talk about it after I've had some coffee. I just had to get some coffee before I talked because I'm drowsy. In fact, if you see little creases on my face, it's because I was laying in my bed with my doggies. And then I thought, oh, Anita, quit being a slug. So I got some coffee. And all my coffee mugs that I want you to see this side, I have to hold with my left hand, and I find that extremely annoying. Okay, now it makes sense, usually, because most people aren't sitting on YouTube showing their coffee mugs to people. Most people like to look at it themselves and go, oh, look at Jack, and look at the graveyard come to life. This is much ado about nothing, isn't it? I'm trying to work myself up into a good chit-chat paddywhack. All right, so here's the thing, and here's what I want to talk about. Have a seat, get your water. Get your water, then have a seat. I don't care. It's a free country. Do whatever the heck you want to do. Just stay here with me while I talk. Because I want to talk about meetings again. Because I find it to be important. I went to a different meeting today. I went to the 10 o'clock meeting and not the 8 o'clock meeting because I couldn't make it to the 8 o'clock meeting. And I hated it. Okay, I left early. I got up, packed my bags, and I left. I waved my leader, see ya, bye-bye. Ugh, Batwing. Today's meeting, so the only way to describe this meeting is to just describe it. The meeting had about 25 ladies, and all but maybe 2 were over the age of 110. They all had very lengthy stories to tell, and if I got lucky, 1 out of the 500 stories I heard had something to do with weight loss. It seemed like I was there for about 10 hours, but actually it was only about 20 minutes because we talked about Halloween candy, just candy itself, and how much this gal loves this kind and that gal loves this. We talked about that alone for 5 hours. I'm convinced it was 5 hours. I'm pretty sure it was 5 hours because I kind of would have rather been having a root canal. But okay, so stick around, Anita, because it's still your leader and she's gonna bring it around. And that's when I noticed that this particular meeting, God love her, because she's been doing this a long time and she's smart. Am I going in and out of focus? In, out? I don't know what I'm doing. She's a smart lady and I love her to death. Her name is Carol and she's just a wonderment. And I noticed that instead of trying to corral the meeting and pull out the weekly and chit chat about sleep and look at the recipe, which I'm sure she probably did after I left after the 25th hour talking about candy. She just lets them laugh and scratch and do their thing. And I think in this particular situation, she made the best choice that could be made for her and everybody else there. There were 2 other people that normally come to my meeting that happened to be at that meeting as well. And we didn't sit together because we all scraggled in at different times. But I saw somebody giving me the stink eye like, can you believe this meeting? Our meeting is so much better. And I'm like, yeah, this meeting is just like a little too much. It was weird. It was a social gathering for an elderly group of women, one of which I am. I'm 56 years old. I am no spring chicken. And you know what? I have no idea what a spring chicken is. Why do we say that? What is a spring chicken? What does the term spring chicken mean when it comes to age? I have a feeling it's going to take her a while on this one. Anyways, I am not putting down the older demographics because I am in the older demographic. Was just older, and I'm going to be in that group someday. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not putting them down to my mature ladies who hang out here at the Paddywhack party. This is not a diss. It's just simply a different meeting than I'm used to, and it was just kind of funny. They all were also very hard of hearing. Most of them. All of them. Every single dang one of them could not hear. Because see, then one lady over here would start talking and telling her story about the candy and the chili and the grandkids. Her first day of junior high, I'm pretty sure she pretty much talked about everything. Then the lady on this side didn't hear her, and then she'd start talking. And then they were like, pick a little, tuck little, pick a little, tuck little, pick, 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 tick a lot, pick a little. I mean, they were all just talking at the same time. I mean, and loud. You guys think I'm loud? Oh, these ladies were loud. God love them all. They were so nice though. They were very nice. Interesting fact. The origin of the phrase actually comes from its literal meaning. In the early 1700s, hey, should I have like a fact on like every Friday weigh-in video now? Like a fun fact? Let's have a fun fact. Bring me a fun fact. Okay, let me go back to read this. Hang on, we're gonna find out what spring chicken means. Farmers found that chickens born in the spring brought better prices than old ones that had gone through the winter. When farmers tried to sell the old birds as new spring born, buyers complained that they were no spring chicken. The first recorded use of the phrase in its figurative meaning was in 1906. Well, hey, we just learned something there, didn't we? Me and all of you, my friends, who are also not spring chickens, because we're not. So my point to telling you all of this with my Jack Skellington mug, right, is this. Should you attend a meeting that you don't like, stay through, if it's a first or a second, you know, you're a newbie. Stay through the whole thing just to make sure that the whole thing is indeed like the first 25 hours. And if you don't like it, find another meeting. If the leader seems okay to you, she probably is swell like my leader, but this particular meeting, you know, the inmates were running the big house. The inmates were running the big house. So, oh Lord, I'm gonna be one of those inmates just because of this video. It's gonna be some sweet, sweet karma on some inmate's behalf. You know, somebody upstairs who is helping the big guy run things down here is looking at me right now and going, oh, I'm going to make her pay. She's going to be one of those not so young spring chickens. So, yeah, go find another meeting. Just find another meeting, and nobody will blame you. Nobody will hold you responsible. Nobody will even care. One of the ladies at my meeting today, well, another funny thing was everybody's phones were ringing. Their phones were all ringing. None of them had turned their ringers off. One lady took her call, and then she went in the bathroom and talked to her, we know who it was, because she said so about 500 million times at 20,000 decibels from the bathroom where it was echoing. Therefore, none of the 20 women talking in the meeting could hear anything. It was a mess. If you go to a meeting and it's not your bag, try another one before you completely throw in the towel. My battery's gonna die. Love you guys. Gonna work on some recipes this afternoon. We'll see you later. Okay, bye. Again, no offense meant to anybody around here. I'm not a spring chicken, and there's nothing wrong with that.